All right, Coco, here is our supplies. We need some tape. We got some hoops, some open. Well, they're actually closed, right? These are some closed hoops. We got 2 dried press pua. We got some jewelry pliers. This is a UV lamp I used to use for like nails. I got this UV resin. J Diction is the one that I use, hard type. And I have gloves, of course. And a silicone mat is always good to work on because it's heat resistant and you can get whatever on here and you can wipe it off like no problem. Okay, so this is what we're working with. This is Porco, dried and pressed. So first things first, we're gonna get out a piece of tape. Just tear that right off. And what we're doing is we're gonna secure the hoops to the tape. We're gonna secure it like that. We're just gonna tape it right down. Push it down to the sticky part. We're gonna do that for 2 of the hoops. That is your first step. Push down everything. So you should see no gaps. Yeah, just stick it right down to that tape. People use resin tape. I find that this tape works best for me. You can also use like frog tape, I think it's called. This is just blue painter's tape. Now you want to make sure that your flower is going to fit into the hoops, right? So usually take another hoop and I kind of just do that, and I will press down on the pua because it'll mark where I should cut. Right here, I'm gonna cut right there. It makes little marks, little indentions in the pua because the pua is dried, right? So you can see right there. So I would just cut it. It's just dried pua, right? You just cut it off. Let's see. You can usually tell where it is as you're going. Let's see. See how it just fits in there? And then we're gonna do the same to that one. So you can basically just take the one you did, lay it over the one you're gonna do, and then cut off the ends. Boom, boom, boom. Don't be scared, just do. Don't be afraid. It's okay. Even if you make a mistake, no you didn't. This is all learning. Okay. Now we have our 2 puas, and they are both gonna fit in the hoops that we have put on the tape. Okay, I'm gonna start working with resin now, so gloves on. Protect your skin. Make sure you're working in a well-ventilated area or that you're using a mat. Okay, our gloves are on. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use UV resin. We're gonna let it just kind of flow out. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna swirl it like that. Just give me a nice top layer. We're gonna do 2 sides. So you just put as much, you know, maybe about that much resin. You know what I didn't bring? My tools. My little tools. This little tool, it's just silicone. So we're gonna move this resin, follow my, we're gonna move this resin around where the hoop is. We're gonna push it to the sides, to the edges, and because of the surface tension, it will flow and it will stop, okay? This is a little thicker, this resin today. Yep, push them all the way to the end. This you can get UV resin from Amazon. I'm gonna try and link what I use in these videos. I'm not sure yet, I'm still beginning. So I'm just trying to teach. All right, so we're pushing the resin all the way out like that. Bang, 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 bang. It's gonna feel funny when you're first working with resin because you're just not used to the texture or whatever it may be. But it'll be fine. Okay, so we did that. We're going to move this a little bit. Move it a little bit. You need your little scoopy scoops. Okay, then what we're going to do, calamine, I didn't list this. We're gonna pop some bubbles. I can get this fucker to work. So you're just popping the bubbles. There's little bubbles that come up with the resin, and we're just popping, running flame. And this is all done over silicone, so that's why we use silicone, because she is okay with the heat. Alrighty. Now, we've done that, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna put one of our pua. The resin is wet still yet. We're gonna put one of our pua right on the resin. Just throw them right on top. You can use your little tool to push her a little bit like that, or make her down a little bit. Just watch your edges. And then we'll put number 2 right down in here. So she falls nicely. We love it. Okay, she falling nicely. We like where she is. And we're gonna zap her with some UV light. Period. We're gonna let her bake. Alright, so I'm just gonna check if it's hot enough for me. I'm gonna give her one more round under the UV light. This is about 1 or 2 minutes. It's automatically timed. I used to use this for, like I said, for nails, but I just so happen to use it now with this. But I do believe it's like a 1 minute shot of UV light, something like that. So yeah, you do need a lighter too. Sorry, forgot to list that. Okay, the light is done. Now we are dealing with just this. We're gonna put this rubbish off of where we are, just to clear the space. We don't want too much going on. Make it clear. Make it clear. Okay, so now that our first layer was done, we're gonna do layer number 2. So we're gonna cover this all with resin one more time, and we're gonna blast it, okay? You will figure out your resin ratio as you go. Just keep practicing. Just keep making. And you'll see like how much resin you use. I always use this pour, so I know what she needs. So I'm just gonna spread this all the way around, all the way to the end. And like I said, with resin, because of the viscosity, there is surface tension. And what happens is she will hold, it won't fall over. It'll hold right at the end, like right here. Let me get this done. Just know that this also, like resin, will harden in the sun because of the UV lighting from Kala, which is the sun, Kalamai. I sometimes speak in Olalo. I mix Olalo and English. So in case there are words that I'm using, it's usually because I am a native of this land. So there will be a little bit of mix in my language. Doobie-doo, doobie-doo. Almost there. That's what I mean by surface tension. It's just thick. That's why it's thick. It's a thick resin. We're almost there. We're almost there. So that's layer number 2. All right, let's get that off of there. We use our tools however we need to. I'm hoping I got still more lighter fluid in here. I might not. Yes. And then we're gonna go over with the flame, because what are we doing? Popping bubbles. We don't want any bubbles in our resin. It doesn't usually take this long, but because I'm working with just a little bit of resin, a little bit of fluid. All right, here we go. We're baking. We're gonna do this just like the last time. We're gonna do this 2 shots, okay? Let her bake, let her bake, let her bake, let her bake. This is the first pass. I'm gonna do one more pass. She almost powered her second pass. So far we've done 4, right? Okay, now we're gonna flip this over. And we're gonna make a pass on the back. Because we don't know, right? We don't know if the resin is dry and hard in the back. But we're gonna make sure, because work and the work quality matters. Always matters. Now we add the hardware. So usually twist this part because the way that it's gonna hang is different, right? And then we're gonna open up the O-rings or the jump rings, whatever you have. You can buy these kits on Amazon. There are cheaper kits. There is more expensive stuff that you can use. You can make your own out of wire, which I do sometimes. And then we are going to put her in there. The hook faces, the sharp part faces the back. I'm gonna do like that. Close your O. Color I cannot see. And it's raining, I'm getting excited, sorry. This one. How gorgeous. Just put it in there. Mind you, if it didn't have this kind of stuff, we would just drill a hole right through the resin. So that's not a problem. Resin is easy to drill. You could just completely do it. Okay. We got a little bit of extra resin right now. Just, you know what resin can do? You can actually cut it. Yeah. That is it. That is it, Gengi. That is how you do. The longest part of this whole process is gathering, drying, and all those kinds of things. She's absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely stunning. Yay, you! We did it! This is the Poco resin earring tutorial. Oppo.